Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a very quick review of my Atelier Auguste belt bag. I did buy this myself. If you saw my review, you will know that I was gifted a hobo bag, but I was so impressed with that one that I decided to get this black belt bag. I thought it was really cool, the perfect addition to my collection. It has silver hardware, just kind of something edgy, a little bit different. The moment I saw this, I wish I had it for my trip to Scotland. So on Instagram, I asked if there were any questions about this bag. Most of them were all around the sizing and what fits inside. So I'm gonna get into that. There will of course be mod shots and I'll share my overall first impressions. So I don't know if you can hear all the rattling around. I do have this packed pretty full. It does include a passport. April, it does. It does fit a passport. So this was just an assortment of things that I would typically want with me. You know, it's pretty full and most of them will sit next to each other. But to get the chapstick, lip gloss, I did have to have those piled on top. So in here currently I have my little clay with some coins. You can hear all that rattling around. My phone. I will have the external dimensions listed in the description box and approximate internal dimensions just to give you an idea of what will probably fit. I don't know the exact dimensions of every single phone, so you can compare that if yours is different. I know that I don't have the biggest phone, but you know, like the plus iPhones or whatever they are, you can compare that there. I have my passport. And then a card holder. This is a pretty thin one from Bottega. And the last two things, a Bobbi Brown lip gloss, and then the old Bomb.com from Glossier. I think the newer ones are a little bit bigger, but you could fit a couple cosmetic-y bits, even a lipstick in here in addition to all that. If you absolutely have to have sunglasses in your bag, it will fit in here, but it's gonna be a tight squeeze. I mean, especially if they're the bigger, bulkier sunglasses. So I have mine from Tom Ford here. I love these. They're not as big as some Gucci ones, you know, but they're pretty sizable and they fit, but it takes up the majority of the space. So you can fit this and a card holder, your keys, not much else. I would have to have my phone in my pocket. I can technically fit this and then my French wallet from Ferragamo. It's similar to like a bifold wallet size, maybe a little bit smaller than your typical trifold, but they do fit together, but it's a tight squeeze. So to give you my overall first impressions, one, I love that it has silver hardware. I like the way it sits on my body. I like the size of it for a belt bag. It's not too chunky. It looks quite cool and relaxed. Anything bigger than this, I think it would just, I mean, maybe look a little bit silly slung across me. Another thing I like, and this is so random, I don't know if anyone else thinks about this kind of thing. Well, two things. I love that these swivel. So as I'm putting it on, sometimes it'll like spin, but when I'm grabbing it, it's sitting in my passenger side. I'm getting out of the car and I put it on. I never have to worry about which way the bag is facing because it's always gonna right itself. The other random thing that I really love about it is where this buckle sits. So I have this on the third outermost belt loop. I'll have the strap length and all of that in the description box. I have this on the third hole. Where it sits on me, you can't see the buckle when you're looking at me straight on. So the buckle is sitting up here somewhere, kind of under my hair or behind me. I know this is so random, but I really like that because if I'm ever wearing a belt loop, I don't like when you're looking at the outfit and you just like see my belt loop and the buckle on the bag. I know that's so random, but I'll put in a picture to show what I mean. For some reason, I just find it distracting or just a little odd. So I like that the buckle is like not in view should I wear this with like a black belt in my jeans or something. Two more points in its favor. I'm really impressed with this leather because it's quite thick and the branding is very minimal. I don't think anyone would recognize this bag. It's quite understated and therefore, you know, it's kind of cool under the radar. I like that. A con about the leather. Well, I said it's quite thick. It feels very luxurious. However, it is not scuff proof. This thing, I think it got scuffed the first day just sitting in my closet. However, I was kind of able to massage them out. I did already take this to the grocery store. It's a convenient grocery store bag, but at some point when I was getting things, paying, loading up in my car, whenever it was, I got a pretty sizable scuff across the leather right here. Oddly enough, the hobo, I really battered that one when I took it to the grocery store and there was not a mark on it. This thing, I swear, you could just look at it and it gets scuffed. However, I was able to massage it out, so now it's not really visible. I think it is a very high quality leather, so even if you get a scuff on it, you can kind of just like massage it between your fingertips, use the oils from your hands, just kind of, I just pressed it out. It's hard to explain, but I just kind of gently pinched it and massaged it, and now there's nothing visibly wrong with it. Another thing about the leather, this, as I said, it's quite thick, and you know that there is a magnet right here to close it. You are getting a little bit of bowing to the leather, I suppose. I see this a lot on old Continental wallets from Louis Vuitton, where it just has that center button and then the sides of it are kind of curling up. Keep in mind, I've only had this 2 weeks. I think a better design would have been if they had 2 magnets instead of just the one in the center. So I'll insert some pictures so you can see it, but maybe even from here, you can see it kind of has this bow shape, how it flexes up on the sides. I don't love that, but if you're just looking at it, it's not that big a deal. It's not that noticeable. I'm happy with this purchase. I would buy it again. I would still recommend it, but that might be a pet peeve of yours. It might bother you, so just keep that in mind. I've only had this for a couple weeks. I haven't gotten it wet. I haven't abused it, obviously. I take pretty good care of my bags, but I did get this to have something where I don't have to be too crazy precious with it. That said, I have obviously taken care of it, but this is just, it's flexing right there, and this leather I think is going to kind of, I don't want to say it's going to totally curl up, I can't predict that, but I'll keep you posted. I'm sure I'll do a 1-year review. Aside from the magnet situation and the stress that puts right here on the leather, yes, I do think they would have been better off if they had 2. Otherwise, I think this bag is very thoughtfully constructed. I'm very happy with it. Still, same feelings about the hobo. Very happy with that bag. I like the little wings on the side. I think they're cute, and they're not really that noticeable when you're wearing it, but it makes the strap sit really nicely. To give you an idea of how much I'm enjoying this bag, I know that I can say the pros, the cons, things about the scuffed leather, but it's really hard to really express how I feel about it. I'm very happy I bought this. I'm glad I spent my money on it. I think I got the, what was it, the 10% off coupon that they give to anyone who signs up for emails. Recently, a couple of their belt bags went in the sale. I think they still might be there. I'll link it down below. But they sent another email saying you can get an extra 10% off sale items. That might have been only for customers who had signed up for their emails. But I was very, very, very tempted to get another one. I resisted because I'm like, I'm just trying to be sensible, not buy too much, but when I really love something, I'm like, you need all the colors, get them, get them, get them, and I'm like fighting that little gremlin voice in my head that wants everything. So I didn't get another one. However, to give you an idea of how much I'm enjoying this, how much I love it, even with all like the things that maybe aren't so great about it, I was very, very tempted to get another color. They had the red, they have the tan that's in the same shade as my hobo, a Saffiano navy one, very cool. So lots of options. I would definitely check those out if they're still available in the sale. I think it's a great size bag if you don't need to bring too much with you. I would definitely travel with this. I think that is everything I wanted to say about this belt bag. Please let me know if you have any other questions. Oh, I did want to mention it will absolutely grocery store. I'm going to do a whole video talking about the functionality of every single one of my bags. I really like to put a video together where I have a picture of every single bag, talk about how functional it is just from that perspective. So maybe I'll save that for that video, but I've really enjoyed using this. I've taken it out to dinner, I've been running errands, I've taken it to the grocery store. I think it works in pretty much every situation. So thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you next time. Please let me know if you have any questions down below. Anyway, bye.